Hari Om, Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 8, Akshara Brahma Yoga, Imperishable Brahman, Verse 5. Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yaprayadi samadbhavam yadinatyatra samshayagam. Yesterday we saw verse 5. Continuation we are seeing. Yesterday we saw Bhagavan Krishna. He gives a promise to all of us, whoever it is. He may be the greatest sinner. If he remembers me at the time of death, he will certainly reach me. It is a promise given by Bhagavan Krishna. So we have seen that it is like a tatkal ticket. I wrongly pronounced it as tatkal. So my friend Uddhavji called me and said, it is not tatkal, it is tatkal. My knowledge of English, Hindi, Tamil, and Sanskrit is very poor. When I read it in English, especially, or in Tamil, naturally I commit the mistake. So please pardon me for that. So, but corrections are always welcome. See, I learned. Otherwise, I will always pronounce it as a tatkal only. It is not tatkal, it is tatkal. So, my Uddhavji is, I need to say one sentence about Uddhavji. One is, Uddhavji is very close to Bhagavan Krishna. I can tell a story about him, not now. So he was very, very close to Bhagavan Krishna. Same Uddhavji with the name. He's an IITM, 84-year-old person. He sings very beautifully. And Bhagavan Krishna has made him as my friend. In fact, he hears my Bhagavad Gita every day. And he is the instrument behind for this Bhagavad Gita. I cannot say it's a lecture for daily giving Bhagavad Gita. He is the instrument behind me. So I am really happy that Uddhavji is also my close friend. He is 84-year-old. He sings very, very beautifully. So I will tell about him later. So he only corrected me. Now, we were seeing this story of Ajamila yesterday. Now, Kanchi Paramacharya says, this shortcut which Bhagavan says looks extremely easy. Whatever I will do throughout my life, whatever I want to do, I will do. At the last minute, then I will think about Bhagavan Krishna, I will reach him. Why should I go to temple? Why should I read Bhagavad Gita? Why should I recite slokas? Why should I say Rama, Krishna, etc.? Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Why should I say all these things? I will enjoy my life, throughout my life. At the time of death, I will remember Bhagavan Krishna, because Bhagavan Krishna has given a promise. Once he has given a promise, he will not go back. We always go back in the promise. Every time we make a promise, we will go back from it. So Bhagavan Krishna will not do that. Kanchi Paramacharya says, you please read the verse very, very carefully. Don't read it in a casual manner. If Bhagavan said that you, at the time of death, you remember me, I will give you moksha, or you can reach me, then you would have said, Antakale mam smaran. That you would have said that. But Bhagavan is not saying that. Please read the verse again. Kale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yaprayadi samadbhavam yadinatyatra samshayagam. He says, Antakale cha. There is one cha which has been added. And then he says, Mameva. Antakale cha mameva. One cha has been added, one cha has been added, and one eva has been added. They make all the difference to the sloka. So what he says is antakalecha means not at the time of death, even at the time of death. That is the meaning. One should think about Bhagavan Krishna even at the time of death. Today, the cha makes all the difference. Today we are talking about Bhagavan Krishna. We are reading Bhagavad Gita. We are hale and healthy. We are not reasonably we are healthy. Reasonably we are wealthy. So we are interestingly reading Bhagavan about Krishna. We are daily chanting his name also. But Bhagavan says, not only now, even at the time of death, antakalecha. Then that is the first condition. Second condition, Kanchi Parmacharya says, Krishna says, Mamevat Swaran. That is, you must think only about me. Nothing else should come to your mind. So, two terms and conditions for reaching Bhagavan Krishna at the time of death. It is not easy. Bhagavan always, that is why every letter used in Bhagavad Gita, every word has got a meaning. We don't understand because we read it in a casual manner. He says, Kanchi Parmacharya says, Krishna has used one cha and one eva. That is, even at the time of death, you must think about Krishna and only about Krishna, nothing else. These two are the conditions to reach Bhagavan Krishna. According to Paramacharya, Manas, our Manas is like a wild horse. Even if you think 1 minute on Bhagavan Krishna, even while speaking, while giving this verse, my mind goes on something else. Arey yaar, I have to do that. We should do this. Oh, I missed it. I have not said this. Something like that. Mind jumps. It's a monkey. It widely takes away the mind from one thought to another thought. Especially if it is about Bhagavan, 100% it will take you out. So it is a wild horse. So it is not very easy to think about Bhagavan Krishna at the time of death. Further, how will you know that you are going to die? I should say, I know one of my friends. One of my friend's great grandmother. She was around 90 or 92. Doctors declared that she is going to die. Pulse is going down. You take her home. They said this. And my friend also, my friend's family, because he was close friend, I know him very well. So they brought the lady, the old lady, to their house. After that, the pulse were going down. Doctor declared, no, you can call all your relatives. She is going to die. She survived 2 years. Every day they were seeing whether she is alive or not. She was alive. So you cannot judge when death will come. Nobody knows. So at the time of remembering, at the time of death, remembering Krishna is not an easy task. So this is a common conversation. Sir, yesterday I was talking with him, sir, he was healthy, he was walking with me, sir. He said he has some discomfort. He took an appointment with the doctor. Today he is having an appointment, but he is no more. But in spite of all these things, every one of us strongly believe that we will live for one more day. It is the nature of all human beings to somehow survive and live. A small pain here and there, small failure or success, a small fight with the neighbor or your family members, a joke which you have read some time back, or a small event, or a small skirmish, or a misunderstanding, or a small loss of 10 rupees or 100 rupees with a vegetable vendor. That is enough to take your mind out of Bhagavan Krishna. Smallest things, petty things, useless things, that will take your mind out of Bhagavan Krishna. Your mind will be completely engaged in thinking about those things the whole day, maybe the whole week or the whole month. Even if there is a small pain, naturally a person will shout. If I am there, I will say, Ayyo, Amma, Appa, Are, Appa, Mudile. I will shout that like that only. Never Krishna comes in your mouth. So, as already said, at the time of death, there will be pain. Sir, how you know? I don't know. It's all because only the person who has died, if he comes and tells, Sir, I had tremendous pain, till that time we don't know. But it is generally perceived that person will have anything that goes out of your body, then you will have some pain. So there will be pain, there will be discomfort. Old age problems will be there if you are old age and you are about to die. Young age also there are a lot of problems. Backache is there for me. So everybody will have some problem, one or the other problem. People may criticize you. Suppose you are that grandmother who lied for 2 years. People would have criticized at least in their hearts. Why this lady is not going and still lying down, wasting our time. Something like that. Because they may not be, there is no time for us, for any of us nowadays. So if you make a will, then you will worry about the will. If I make the will they keep me in the house or will they throw me out? If I don't make the will, they will start fighting among themselves. All these questions will come to your mind. How can you think about Bhagavan Krishna? In case of sudden death also, suddenly some motorist hit you, then also you cannot remember Bhagavan Krishna. Then how to remember Bhagavan Krishna at the time of death? That is the question. Kanchi Paramacharya gives a technique, a way out for this. He says, habit dies hard. He is not saying this. I am, from whatever he has said, I am deriving it. Habit dies hard. Practice makes perfect. Whatever one does throughout his life, it automatically comes for him at the time of death. Whatever one does throughout his life, it automatically comes for him at the time of death. Paramacharya says, whatever work you do for living, you continue to do the same thing to take care of your daily needs. But always think about Bhagavan Krishna. For example is given by me. A mother who has given birth to a baby, even if she goes to office, works there, 8 hours, 10 hours she is working. But she will be remembering about the baby, which is at home. Whether the baby has taken food, whether it has slept, whether it is having some problem. So the mind will always be attached to the baby. Similarly, a tortoise, after laying its eggs, covers it with sand. But the thought of that tortoise will always be on the eggs. Similarly, one must always think about Bhagavan Krishna while doing his all the worldly duties. Whatever you do. Continue to do the same thing. But always attach your mind with Bhagavan Krishna. If this is done, even if that person happens to die because of an accident, his last words will be Hare Krishna. This is what Paramacharya says. Kanchi Paramacharya quotes Kulasekara Alvar. He has quoted Kulasekara Alvar, Adi Sankara, Periyalvar, etc. They are all very, very important for this, since I am also quoting it now. Kanchi Paramacharya quotes Kulasekara Alvar, who says, Prana Prayana Samaye Kabavada Pittaihi, meaning, when the life goes out, Hare Krishna, how can I think about you? All other dirtiest things will come to my mind. It will dance before me. How can I think about you? That is what he says. Adi Shankara prays to Lakshmi Narasimha and says in his Narasimha Stotram, that is Lakshmi Narasimha Karavalamba Stotram. He says, Samsara Bhigara Garindra Garabhigada Nishbitya Manava Bhushas Sagalartinasham Prana Prayana Bhavabidi Samagulasya Lakshmi Nurusimha Mamadegi Karavalambam. Adi Shankara prays to Lakshmi Narasimha. He says, Hare, Lakshmi Narasimha, at the time when my life departs from this body, I will have so many fears. Please come and hold my hand and remove all the fears. That is what Adi Shankara says. Adi Shankara, in his Subramanya Bhujangam, that is another stotra. He says, प्रसादेन्द्रियेणट्टसंज्ञे विचेष्टे कपोत्कारि वक्त्रे भयोत्कम्बिगात्रे प्रयाणोन्मुखे मय्यनादे तदानीं धृतं मे दयालो भवाग्रे गुगत्वम्. Adi Shankara in his Subramanya Bhujangam says, Hey Kartikeya, it is on Lord Muruga. He says, Hey Kartikeya, during my old age, when my senses, uh, it will lose their ability to sense. It will become useless, senseless. I will lose my consciousness. I will lie motionless. My mouth may emit phlegm. My whole body may tremble with fear. When I lie waiting for death, during that time, I become a helpless creature and I am an orphan. Oh Guga, please come quickly before me. Adi Shankara cries. Adi Shankara. Similarly, Periyarvar says, he goes one step further. He says, Appodai kippode solli veite. That is, Hare Krishna, at the time of death, I do not know whether I will think about you or remember you. Is that possible? It is impossible. So, I am chanting your name now. You take this as a credit in my books of account. And then take this that at the time of death I have chanted your name. That is what Periyarvar is saying. Kanchi Paramacharya asks a question whether this means that even Adi Shankara, Periyarvar, Nayanmars, they were afraid of death. No. They were all realized souls. They expect nothing. They want nothing, even from Bhagavan Krishna. But out of extreme sympathy for us, they have made these slokas so that we can also reach Bhagavan Krishna. That is what Paramacharya says. But whatever has been discussed, the question remains Bhagavan Krishna says two conditions for reaching me. That is, Antakalecha Mameva. Two conditions are still there. So, unless you fulfill these two conditions, whatever you are saying, you will not get that tatkal ticket. Then, how to do this? Kanchi Paramacharya gives a way out. How to remember Bhagavan Krishna at the time of death? He gives a small technique, small test. You can test yourself, self-test. Nowadays, the people are conducting self-test. Similarly, the same self-test. Every day we are sleeping. Sleeping is nothing but a kind of death. Your body, mind, and intellect, if you are in deep sleep, it will not be there. This is called Nitya Pralaya. One who wants to remember Bhagavan Krishna at the time of death must sleep with the thinking of Bhagavan Krishna every day. When you go to bed, when you lie down on your bed, you must chant Bhagavan Krishna's name only. Other thoughts you must kill. It will come. He says, you try this. Every day you try this on your own. Self-test. I cannot say whether, no, you thought about only Bhagavan Krishna. You cannot say, no, Radha Krishna, you are thinking not only about Bhagavan Krishna, but something else. It is all self-test. I can only speak for myself. You can speak for yourself. So he says, the test is lie down before every day and think about only Bhagavan Krishna. Nothing else. No other thought should come. Because every day you are dying. When you are sleeping, you are dying. If you can sleep with the thinking of only Bhagavan Krishna daily, then 100% at the time of your death, the thinking of Bhagavan Krishna will come automatically to you. Because he says, Many of those who slept with us yesterday are not available today. They have gone. In their sleep, they have gone. Sleep or something, whatever happens, they are gone. So, this is the technique he says. You must think about Bhagavan Krishna at the time of sleeping. Every day you practice 99.9999%, if not 100%. But the Bhagavan Krishna will be your thinking at the time of death, even if the death is sudden. That is what Kanchi Paramacharya says. Now, slowly, lightly I will touch upon Swami Dayananda Saraswati and Chinmaya. What they say. According to Swami Dayananda Saraswati, going to heaven is not moksha. The life therein will be within a time frame based on one's punya. Whatever, because you are doing lot of punya, according to our shastras, according to Vedas, you will go to moksha. When your punya is exhausted, again you have to come back here only. There is no other go for you. So, according to him, going to moksha is not going to heaven is not the moksha. Moksha is to be secured here and now, and not at another place, at another time. The human body is adequate enough to gain this moksha. He says one should realize when you are in this body itself, you should realize I am Brahma. According to Swami Dayananda Saraswati, Madbhava here means Madbhavam yadi nastyatra samshayaga. Madbhava does not mean a form. That means you are not reaching the form of Bhagavan Krishna. Bhava here means the essence of a thing. The essence of Bhagavan Krishna is formlessness. Your Atma, the self, is Satchit Ananda Atma, and hence it is also formlessness. Formless. One who knows the truth will understand that Bhagavan is having no particular form, the one to whom all forms belong. Bhagavan is not having any form, but to him all forms belong. He knows he is that person, knows he is non separate from Bhagavan because the whole cannot be separate from anything. Swami Dayananda says, the one who realizes Agam Brahmasmi, for him the physical body dies and the subtle body will not be there for taking next birth. For all the others, the physical body only will die. Subtle body will exist and it will take birth according to the karmas or pava punyas. This is what he says. This verse says, the inner meaning of this verse is, one must realize Agam Brahmasmi. That is what he says. Swami Chinmayananda says, he gives an example. When a person is having a gun and turns the gun in different directions, let us say first time in east, second is north, then west, then south, whatever direction is storing the gun. The direction of the bullet will be the direction in which the gun was there at the time of pressing the trigger. The last minute, when you press the trigger, which direction the gun is pointing, that direction only that bullet will get out. Similarly, at the final moment, when the life leaves the body, its thoughts will be its most predominant desire or aspiration gathered by it during the lifetime. The final moment, that is a bullet. When your life is a bullet, consider your life as bullet. When it leaves the body, the predominant desire, the predominant aspiration which you have gathered during your lifetime, that will be the direction. This last powerful willing, determined by the last thought, decides its destiny in the future. The last thought of a dying man orders his future embodiments and their environments. The inner meaning, what he says is, When a person sits in the seat of meditation, when he is able to focus the mind in the seat of meditation on Bhagavan Krishna or Brahman, then he immediately connects with Bhagavan Krishna by leaving the body, mind, and intellect. The body dies at that moment. According to him, it is in the seat of meditation. Having said all these things, my knowledge is very limited. I have given my understanding of what the acharyas have said. So, if you want to know more about it, then I would advise you to go to a guru or read the books written by them, so that you will gain better knowledge. So, again, verse 5. Uh, before getting into the final thing, what Bhagavan Krishna says, two conditions for taking tatkal ticket. One is antakalecha, even at the time of death. Second is mameva, only me, not any other thought. When you fulfill these two conditions at the time of death, then you will reach definitely me. This is what Bhagavan Krishna says in verse 5. Again, verse 5. Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yaprayadi samadbhavam yadi natyatra samshayagam. Next verse we will see tomorrow. Harihom sarvam krishnarpanamastu. Narayana 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 Narayana